Do this after a breakup and she'll regret leaving you. You just got dumped. Maybe you watched her walk away, ignoring your calls, blocking you everywhere, already posting pictures with some new guy who looks like a cheap replacement. Your pride is on the floor, your head spinning with, "What did I do wrong?" Man, I know the sting, the humiliation. The moment you realize she lost all respect for you, and now it's like she doesn't even remember your name. Your friends say just move on. But deep inside, you crave one thing, for her to realize exactly what she lost the day she left. But let me be crystal clear. Most men react the wrong way. They beg, they chase, they lower themselves and lose every shred of power they still had. That's weakness. That's not how you reclaim your dignity and flip the script. Today, I'm here to show you the only path that commands respect. Not just from her, but from everyone around you, including yourself. You're about to learn the mindset shift and the moves that silently turn the tables. Don't expect this to be some corny, just focus on yourself advice. We're talking about masculine principles that trigger regret, not by accident, but by design. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button right now. In the pinned comment, I've left something heavy, an extra resource to take your power back fast. Don't miss it. And let me leave you with this. Why do some men disappear after a breakup and come back stronger, while others fade into oblivion, forgotten? In the next part, I'll break down the first step you need to make her question the day she let you go. You ready? Or are you just another nice guy she'll forget? Good. Because the first step isn't a text. It's a disappearance. Not petty, not theatrical, cold, clean, total. You don't announce it on Instagram. You don't leave a note under her door. You remove your presence like a man who respects his own name. That's how respect starts to return. Look around at what most guys do in America after a breakup. They scroll. 2 a.m., iPhone glare burning their eyes, refreshing her Instagram like a slot machine in Vegas. Stalking is cowardice. No man ever looked powerful with his thumb on her story bubble. They type novels in her DMs, hit send, then reread their own paragraphs, begging for crumbs. Begging is beneath you. They show up with flowers at her apartment in Austin, heart on sleeve, dignity on the floor. Humiliation does not buy love. They hit a bar in Brooklyn, then text at 1:43 a.m. "I miss you," with a voice note slurred over cheap whiskey. Drunk texting is self-sabotage. And the most dangerous trap? We can still be friends, right? Friendship after rejection is a demotion you do not accept. So, what does a man of weight do? He acts like he's been here before. He does not argue his value. He demonstrates it in silence. He withdraws his attention like a banker calling back a loan. He places his time under lock and key. He rebuilds the frame, the body, the money, the mission, like a craftsman, not a boy hoping for applause. You want her to regret leaving? Make your absence instructive. Absence teaches what presence took for granted. Stop. Ask yourself, what would a man with options do? Would Michael Corleone chase chaos down the street? Or would he sit back, speak less, move pieces, and let the room come to him? You already know the answer. Control the tempo, control the field. Here's how it flips and fast. You go no contact, not out of spite, but out of principle. You mute, unfollow, archive. You delete the thread so your impulse has nowhere to land. You turn off read receipts so your eyes stop negotiating with your heart. You replace rituals that trigger her memory. New route to work, new barber in Miami, new playlist that doesn't smell like your old road trips down the PCH. You build mornings that make you proud to be awake. 6 a.m., iron on your back, lungs full of air instead of regret. Work becomes your sanctuary, not your escape. You stack results, numbers up, bank account up, posture up. And then, the inevitable question hits. But what about closure? Closure is self-issued. You write it in your calendar by how you live the next 90 days, not in her replies, not in her apologies, in your output. Let me make this real. Cincinnati, Jake Miller, sales rep, ordinary guy. Ohio State hoodie, mid-tier sedan, rent split with a roommate in Over the Rhine. He dated Emily for 2 years. She left after a fight about his lack of ambition, then showed up on her story with a CrossFit trainer who said, "Bro," every other sentence. Jake broke. He watched. He scrolled. He sent 3 paragraphs, then a voice note. He offered to be friends. He grabbed a bourbon on a Sunday and fired off the classic, "I just want to talk." He woke up sick. In the mirror, he saw a man who'd traded respect for comfort and lost both. What happened next shocked him. He went silent. He set a whiteboard in his kitchen and wrote 4 words. "Never again, not me." He gave himself 90 days, no contact. Gym at 6 a.m. Planet Fitness, no excuses. New barber on Vine Street gave him a clean fade. He bought 3 navy shirts that fit. He stopped posting. He stopped watching. He booked an online sales course instead of another night out. Day 14, he got his first big commission. Day 31, he ran 2 miles without stopping for the first time since high school. Day 47, his ex texted, "Hey stranger, hope you're okay." He didn't respond. Day 63, she sent a photo of the dog they used to foster. He didn't respond. Day 74, she viewed his LinkedIn 3 times. He still didn't respond. And then, wait for it, day 90, he's at a coffee shop on Main, dark jacket, laptop open, numbers climbing. Emily walks in. He looks up. Friendly nod. No bitterness. No small talk. He finished his espresso, tipped, and left 3 minutes later. Not rude. Not eager. Unavailable. She felt it. He had become a man living in a new altitude. From that day, he wasn't trying to be wanted. He was choosing where to place his attention. She reached out again. He kept his code. Today, Jake's standing hit a place she can't touch. Calm, productive, desirable. Unreachable by drama. That's not an exception. That's what happens when you stop arguing and start executing. Your silence creates 2 effects. First, she relaxes because the noise is gone. Then the second, more powerful effect arrives. Curiosity. The third effect, it sneaks up. Respect returns. But only if you don't break formation. 1. How are you? At 12:17 a.m. can undo a month of quiet. Don't blink. Listen carefully. There are codes now. You don't negotiate them. You live them. Silence is leverage. Absence builds value. Never barter for affection. Respect yourself or no one else will. Purpose first. Always. You might push back. Isn't that cold? Isn't that playing games? No, games are lies designed to change someone else. This is truth designed to change you. A powerful man does not chase acceptance. He magnetizes it by becoming a man whose life is rich with or without anyone's approval. He doesn't post thirst traps with rented cars and borrowed watches. He doesn't rebound his soul into the arms of the first person who smiles. He invests in assets that don't leave in the middle of the night. Skills, body, network, discipline. You think that's boring? Watch what happens when boring compounds. But what about being friends? Let's be clinical. Friend is a consolation prize offered to keep you nearby as backup power. You are not a portable charger. Be cordial if paths cross. Be brief. Be gone. You do not linger in limbo. Limbo dilutes a man. And the bottle, you already know. Whiskey is a microphone for weak thoughts. The man who drinks to text is asking to be small. Precision demands sobriety. Keep your edge. You don't need a buzz. You need a battle plan. When the itch to stalk hits, shift the lens. Replace her feed with your ledger. Replace her photos with your pull-ups. Replace the fantasy with a schedule. Ask every morning, what am I building today that I can't lose tomorrow? Work that answer. Close that deal in Midtown. Knock out that sprint on the Hudson. Cook your own meals so your body stops being collateral damage. Phone on Do Not Disturb from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like a clinic. Non-negotiable. Then something subtle changes. Your voice lowers, your eyes steady. People at work listen when you talk. Your calendar fills because you're creating value, not chasing validation. On a Friday night in Los Angeles, you choose to stay in and study instead of jumping into traffic trying to be seen. On a Sunday in Dallas, your dad hears the weight in your hello and says, "Proud of you, son." That's not for her. That's for the man in the mirror who finally kept a promise. Will she notice? Maybe. Probably. America runs on social proof, and a man who levels up without a megaphone creates the loudest rumor. He must be doing well. Someone will show her your new project. Someone will mention your promotion. She'll wonder why your name stopped orbiting her. She'll test the door. Hey, long time. You won't flinch, you won't punish, you'll be polite, distant, and occupied. That's the posture that stings, the one that says, without a word, I didn't move on to spite you. I moved on because my life demanded it. One more reset. If she never reaches out, did you lose, or did you finally win because you stopped living in reaction? Would you rather be unforgettable to one person who left, or undeniable to yourself for the rest of your life? Choose once. Choose hard. Now pay attention. The hardest moment is coming. The ping, the let's catch up, the late-night memory, the olive branch disguised as small talk. In the conclusion, we'll lay down the final play. When to answer, how to frame the meeting, what to say, and what never to say. The sentence that locks the door on your past and opens the next chapter on your terms. Stay sharp. The verdict is close. Here's the verdict you were waiting for. You answer only under 3 conditions. Her message is clear, it's during daylight, and there's a concrete purpose beyond nostalgia. Everything else dies in silence. No midnight, hey. No breadcrumb emojis, no memory lane. Principle, not pity. If you answer, you frame it, you set the time. Late afternoon, weekday, 20 minutes, public, no alcohol. Think a coffee shop near your office in Midtown, a lobby lounge in Austin, a bright cafe in Santa Monica. You choose a place that serves clarity, not feelings. You arrive clean, on time, and composed. You pay for your own coffee. You keep your phone on Do Not Disturb. You sit upright, feet planted, shoulders low. You listen more than you speak. You leave first, not rude. Precise. What do you say? Short sentences. Neutral tone. I'm good, busy, focused. I hope you're well. I'm not revisiting the past. If she fishes, do you miss me? You don't audition. I don't live in rewind. If she apologizes, you receive it like a grown man. I appreciate that. No scorekeeping, no snark. If she wants to talk about trying again, you do not decide on the spot. If that's a serious thought, write me something clear next week. I'll consider it once privately. You don't negotiate in a cafe. You don't bargain your standards across a tabletop. What do you never say? Never, I just need closure. Closure is self-issued. Never, we can be friends. Friendship after rejection is a demotion. Never, I miss you or I can't live without you. Neediness is not romance. It's leverage surrendered. Never talk about her new guy. Never pitch your value. Value doesn't audition. The sentence that locks the door on your past and opens the next chapter on your terms is simple. That chapter is closed. My focus is forward. Say it once. Calm. Then live it. If you don't need to meet, don't. A clean, final text handles logistics. You can drop the box with the doorman between 9 and 6. That's it. No emojis, no ellipses, no late replies to keep a thread alive. Threads are webs. You're done being a fly. If you do meet, your goal isn't to win her. It's to honor your code under pressure. No contact wasn't a stunt. It was your foundation. This is where you prove you weren't playing games. You were building a spine. Remember the American traps, the 1:43 a.m. text out of Brooklyn, the let's grab a drink on South Beach, the just talk drive down the PCH. Alcohol turns resolve into soup. Distance breeds fantasy. You keep daylight, you keep water, you keep your edge. If she tries to pull you into the past, stories, old photos, remember when, you redirect to reality. I remember, I learned, I'm good. If she tests with jealousy, you don't flex. If she tests with tears, you respect them and hold your line. Empathy, not entanglement. You don't punish, you don't perform, you remain unavailable to drama. If, big if, you ever consider a second run, that's not a cuddle and a caption. That's a new contract, new pace, new boundaries. Consistent action from both sides for 30 days minimum before a decision. No bedroom shortcuts, no public rollout. Private evaluation first. If that sounds cold, good. Fire burns fast. Standards endure. Engrave the word that summarizes everything you've heard. Sovereignty. Reinforce the code. Silence is leverage. Absence builds value. Never barter for affection. Respect yourself or no one else will. Purpose first, always. No contact is principle, not punishment. Precision demands sobriety. Control the tempo. Control the field. Closure is self-issued. Keep your edge. Now the mirror. Today, are you the man who disappears and builds, or the boy who scrolls and begs? Are you issuing standards or applying for approval? If she texted tonight, would your spine answer or your loneliness? If this hit a nerve, subscribe now. Like the video so more men cut the noise and build the code. Drop a comment with the single rule you're enforcing for the next 90 days, or write sovereignty if you're done playing soft. I read them, and I want men who execute. Final decree. Build, don't beg. Decide, don't debate. Advance, don't announce. Case closed.